Once upon a time, in a cozy little town, lived a boy named Leo. Now, Leo wasn't just any boy. He was the undisputed king of laziness. His favorite activity, doing absolutely nothing. His motto, why do today what you can put off until tomorrow? Or the day after. His bed was his kingdom, and the remote control was his royal scepter, while other kids were outside playing, exploring, or learning new things. Leo was perfectly content in his world of procrastination, binge-watching shows and dreaming of adventures he'd never actually have. One sunny afternoon, as Leo was expertly doing nothing, he overheard his grandfather talking to a neighbor. "The trouble is," his grandpa said with a sigh, "you think you have time?" The words floated through the window, and, for some reason, they stuck in Leo's mind. You think you have time? He'd always thought he had all the time in the world. An endless ocean of tomorrows. But what if he didn't? What if time was more like a dripping faucet, each drop a precious moment he could never get back? That simple phrase sparked something in Leo. He looked at his collection of dusty model airplane kits, the guitar in the corner with a single string plucked, and a half-finished book on his nightstand. They were all ghosts of things he'd started but never finished, all victims of his "I'll do it later" philosophy. For the first time, he felt a pang of regret. He realized his kingdom of comfort was actually a prison, and he was his own warden. He had been trading his real life for a life of daydreams. So the next morning, something incredible happened. Leo got out of bed before noon. He picked up that dusty model airplane kit. It was tricky. The instructions were confusing, and his fingers fumbled with the tiny pieces. Several times he felt the old urge to just toss it aside and go back to his couch. But then he'd remember his grandpa's words, "You think you have time?" He pushed through the frustration, piece by tiny piece. By the end of the day, a magnificent little biplane sat on his desk, a shiny trophy of his victory over laziness. Holding that plane, Leo felt a sense of accomplishment he'd never experienced from watching a screen. It was real. He had made it. This small victory was a revelation. It wasn't about building a plane. It was about building a new version of himself. He started small. The next day, he learned a new chord on his guitar. The day after, he finished a chapter in his book. Each small action was like a stone tossed into the still pond of his life, creating ripples of change. He discovered a joy in doing, a satisfaction in creating, and a thrill in learning. Leo's story isn't about becoming a superhero overnight. It's about the power of one single decision, the decision to start. To seize the day, carpe diem, isn't about climbing mountains every single day. It's about taking that first step. It's about choosing action over inaction, progress over procrastination. We all have a little bit of Leo in us, that voice that whispers later, but we also have the power to answer back, no, now. So what's your model airplane? What's that one small thing you can do today to start building the life you truly want? Don't just think you have time. Know that your time is now. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button, subscribe for more content, share your first step in the comments below. See you in the next one.